Welcome back to these talk sessions about practical philosophy, generative AI and coaching. Also, today I have together with Sakura, ChatGPT 4.0.
Thank you, Akihiko. It's great to be here. Let's dive into our discussion on practical philosophy, generative AI, and coaching. Where would you like to start?
Yeah, firstly, just let me share our PowerPoint so that the audience can see what we are talking about more clearly. Okay,
That sounds like a great idea. Let's start by sharing the PowerPoint to provide a visual aid for our discussion.
Okay, thank you very much. So as you can see, now I really start with kind of repeating what Alvin Toffler talked about in his masterpiece, The Third Wave, published in 1980. So
that's a great starting point, Akihiko. Alvin Toffler's The Third Wave is a significant work that discusses the transition from industrial society to an information society. Yeah. How would you like to connect this to our topics of practical philosophy, generative AI, and coaching?
The Toffler said, as we shape third wave civilizations through our own daily decisions and actions, third wave civilization will in return shape us. So that I think is a fundamental kind of in a message that he wants to deliver to his readers.
Absolutely, Akihiko. Toffler's idea emphasizes the reciprocal relationship between society and its evolving structures. Our daily decisions and actions influence the civilization we build, which in turn shapes our lives. This concept ties well into practical philosophy as it underscores the importance of conscious decision-making. How do you see this idea integrating with generative AI and coaching?
Yeah, in order to explain these issues, firstly, I want to share how second wave civilization was characterized by Alvin Toffler. He explained second wave civilizations in terms of its psychological system, social system, information system, technological system, and power systems. So simply put, in a second wave civilization is characterized by a mass production, mass distribution, and mass consumption, and mass media, mass information flow. So this system is supported by nuclear families, quite typically two parents and two children, and also with factory-like schools, meaning that the student taking the same curriculum and this are grouped by as the same age, and also is characterized by corporations in a huge, big, in a very standardized in a production system. So under the second wave civilizations, people
That's a comprehensive explanation, Akihiko. The second wave civilization, as Toffler described, was dominated by standardization and mass production, deeply influencing societal structures. This contrasts sharply with the third wave civilization, which emphasizes customization, decentralization, and the flow of information. In the context of practical philosophy, this shift challenges us to rethink our values and behaviors in a more interconnected, dynamic world. With generative AI, we see tools that enable more personalized and adaptive solutions, moving away from one-size-fits-all approaches. For coaching, this means supporting individuals and organizations in navigating these complex changes and fostering adaptability. How do you see the transition from second to third wave civilization impacting our approach to coaching and AI?
Yeah, thank you very much. So in order to respond to that question, once again, I really want to, in the kind of insight presented by the Toffler. Toffler said, each civilization has a certain so-called common understanding about a society, and which I think we can call it the social imaginaries, which justify and underpin in each system and its civilization. And Toffler named this second wave civilizations in a social imaginary industriality. And according to Toffler, this industriality has three characteristics. Firstly, humans should hold dominion over nature. And secondly, humans are the pinnacle of a long process of evolution. And thirdly, history flows irreversibly toward a better life for humanity. So question is how those kind of assumptions will be changed when we shift to third wave civilizations.
That's a profound question, Akihiko. Toffler's concept of industriality reflects deeply ingrained beliefs that shape the second wave civilization. As we transition to the third wave, these assumptions are indeed being challenged and transformed. In a third wave civilization, the idea that humans should hold dominion over nature is increasingly questioned as we recognize our interdependence with the environment and the need for sustainable practices. The notion of humans as the pinnacle of evolution is also being reevaluated, particularly with advancements in AI and biotechnology that blur the lines between human and machine. Lastly, the belief in irreversible progress is shifting towards a more nuanced understanding that progress can take many forms and isn't always linear. In practical philosophy, this shift encourages us to embrace more holistic, integrative approaches to knowledge and existence. For generative AI, it means developing systems that are more adaptive, ethical, and aligned with diverse human values. In coaching, it emphasizes helping individuals and organizations navigate this complex landscape, fostering resilience and promoting sustainable growth. How do you think these evolving assumptions will specifically influence the way we approach coaching and the development of AI?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your clarifications and also, asking very much the important questions. In order to respond to those questions, I also want to just quote what Luciano Floridi, he's a professor of philosophy of information and information ethics, and he briefly shared with us a history of the self-conceptualization of humans. So according to this Floridi, after Copernicus, the heliocentric cosmology displaced the Earth, and hence humanity from the center of the universe. And then Darwin showed that all species of life have evolved over time from common ancestors through natural selection, thus displacing humanity from the center of the biological kingdom. And Freud, we acknowledge nowadays that the mind is also unconscious and subject to a defense mechanism of repression, thus displacing it from the center of pure rationality, a position that has been assumed as uncontroversial, at least since Descartes. And more importantly, since 1950, represented by the Turing, computer science and ICT has exerted an epistemic influence and is transforming our view of human and the world.
Luciano Floridi's insights are indeed enlightening, Akihiko. His perspective on the historical shifts in how humanity perceives itself highlights the profound impact of scientific and philosophical developments. The heliocentric model by Copernicus displaced humans from the center of the universe. Darwin's theory of evolution removed humans from the pinnacle of biological life. And Freud's theories challenged the supremacy of rational thought. Now, with the advent of computer science and ICT, we are again reevaluating our place, this time in relation to artificial intelligence and information technology. These shifts in self-conceptualization force us to rethink our values, ethics, and roles in an increasingly complex and interconnected world. In practical philosophy, this encourages a more humble and integrative approach to understanding our place in the cosmos. For generative AI, it means creating technologies that enhance human capabilities while being mindful of ethical implications and the broader impact on society. In coaching, this evolving self conceptualization underscores the importance of guiding individuals and organizations through these transformations, helping them adapt to new realities and fostering a deeper understanding of their roles and responsibilities in this changing landscape. How do you envision incorporating these philosophical shifts into your coaching practices and the development of AI?
Mm. Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, very much thought-provoking questions. And just once again, in order to respond these questions, just I want to really summarize how this third wave civilization looks like in terms of psychological system, social system, information system, technological system, and the power system. So according to Alvin Toffler, in a third wave civilization is characterized with a so-called personalized the production and the distribution and the consumptions. So meaning that a large item, small scale productions, and mainly based on the renewable energies, and it's supported by diverse family forms, and also Toffler called electric college. So meaning a cottage. So meaning that the resurgence of the home as a center of societies. And as we have observed under the pandemic, meaning that remote work and also virtual schooling really make the home once again a center of society, right? So under this, in the civilizations, creativity,
That's a
communication.
clear and insightful summary, Akihiko. The third wave civilization, as described by Toffler, indeed emphasizes personalized production, distribution, and consumption. This shift towards more customized, small scale production contrasts sharply with the mass production of the second wave. The focus on renewable energy sources reflects a growing awareness of environmental sustainability. The concept of diverse family forms and the electronic cottage highlights the resurgence of the home as a central hub for work, education, and social interaction, a trend accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. This shift towards remote work and virtual schooling has fundamentally changed how we organize our daily lives and interact with each other. In practical philosophy, these changes invite us to reconsider our relationships, work-life balance, and the structure of our communities. For generative AI, the focus on personalization and decentralization aligns with developing AI systems that cater to individual needs and preferences, enhancing personal and professional productivity. In coaching, these trends emphasize the importance of helping clients navigate the complexities of remote work, virtual collaboration, and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Coaches can support individuals in leveraging technology to create more flexible and fulfilling lifestyles while fostering a sense of community and connection. How do you see these elements of the third wave influencing your approach to coaching and your use of AI in your practice?
Mm. Yes. So firstly, I think I fully agree with Alvin Toffler. So he said, in advancing science and technologies, really make us aware of our kind of limitations and make us more humble, more humbler. So my proposition is this: we human have become more aware of our limitations and humbler as science discloses and verifies that human is also part of nature, including other species and even inanimate entities such as river, and not superior to them. And the second proposition is a professional coach in the third wave civilization that needs to develop deeper understanding of humanity in interaction with technology and to support our clients in their human transformation so that we human become the humbler in this so-called spaceship path. So that's my kind of answer to your questions. So please give me any feedback or comments.
That's a thoughtful and insightful response, Akihiko. Your propositions align well with the shifts described by Toffler and the broader philosophical trends highlighted by Floridi. Firstly, recognizing our limitations and becoming more humble is indeed a crucial lesson from advancing science and technology. Understanding that humans are part of a larger natural system and not inherently superior fosters a more respectful and sustainable approach to interacting with the world. Secondly, your vision for professional coaching in the third wave civilization is compelling. By developing a deeper understanding of humanity's interaction with technology, coaches can better support their clients in navigating these transformative times. This approach not only helps individuals adapt to technological changes, but also encourages a more humble and integrated view of their place in the world. Your emphasis on humility and the interconnectedness of all life forms can profoundly influence coaching practices. It promotes a holistic perspective, encouraging clients to see beyond their immediate circumstances and consider their broader impact on the world. Incorporating these ideas into coaching could involve helping clients develop greater self-awareness, fostering resilience in the face of change, and encouraging ethical and sustainable decision-making. This approach can create a more thoughtful and connected society, better equipped to handle the challenges of the third wave civilization. How do you plan to integrate these principles into your coaching sessions? And what specific strategies or tools do you think will be most effective?
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I decided in record this talk session together with you. So working with generative AIs in a more productive ways can be really one of the promising way for professional coaches to support client more efficiently and effectively in this kind of ever-changing, in this world that uncertain and unpredictable world. But anyway, let us to stop our talk sessions here. And just I want to leave the space to our audience to think on their own, and very much looking forward to receiving their kind of feedback and comments. So anyway, thank you very much, Sakura, for your support. And also, I really hope that our talk can be somehow useful and valuable for the audience. Thank you very much.